why it takes a while these days. Seem to take a while to notify people for when the time you go live. It's really strange. Until people get the live or notifications, it doesn't seem to happen. Hi. It seems to take some time to connect to people when you go live. It doesn't seem to... Anyway, this is just for... It'll take me more than 3 minutes to do, this on my TikTok page. I was going to try and get some clarity because I see a lot of people when they first wake up, there's empath, I'm a this, I'm a that. So I'm going to give some clarity. I'm going to help people understand what it's all about and what's actually going on. We just weren't aware of it. So this is for the purpose of clarity, for guidance and clarity. I don't know what that is. All right, so that's what that's for, and I'm going to give you a little bit of an explanation. All right, so those that are newbies, they call themselves newbies, light workers on the awakened path. This path is a lot. Oh, wow. It's an amazing path, so just keep going. Trust your guidance, your inner guidance. Don't listen to anybody else on the outside. Take always what comes from within you. That's it. Because otherwise you're going to be influenced by other people's beliefs. Always trust what comes within. Do your meditation. Ask your higher self always. That's the only person and being you should be asking is your source. That is it. So there's my first advice to anybody on the spiritual journey. Also understand when you get tapped into what you want to call the quantum field, or some people call the astral. There's levels. Everything. There's only... Okay, let's try and make this clear. Let me ask for the best words to give you the right guidance, right? All right, yeah, thank you. So, there's only energy, and science will catch up, and science is catching up, right? There's only energy and consciousness. That's in existence. Everything is made up out of energy, which is conscious. There's one consciousness that is called Source, or the universe, God, however you want to say. That is the consciousness, right? Now, out of non-physical, the tree, the bird, the bee, you, me, the alien, the this, that, but everybody's consciousness is part of Source, people. Don't just think, oh, it's only humans. No, all that is, the universe Source, is made up of all the consciousnesses out there, right? So here's a bit of an example. So I'm going to try and clear up the empath thing. Okay, so here we are. So what happened, we weren't aware of. Everything's energy and frequency vibration, which science will start getting fully involved as they're now watching what's going on. They're going to start saying, hey, there's something there. And they're going to start looking into consciousness, and they'll discover a lot when they, get on board mainstream science. So consciousness, energy, frequency and vibration is everything. What we're doing, our senses are perceiving things. So you're just like an antenna, right? You're picking up and you're translating things through your eyes, your senses, your mouth, your whatever. But it's frequencies and vibrations. What we didn't realize we were doing, I'm an empath. It's not a good thing. Don't celebrate it. You're actually going to change. You won't be an empath for long. As you wake up, you will realize that's not a good thing and you shouldn't be doing that. But all it is, let me explain it. When you get into someone's energy field, now, in the old days, they weren't very big if it's not activated. They've got a very small energy field. Depends on how dark and dense their energy is and whatever. How low, so they're not exhibit much of an energy field around them. And some people can read the auras, doesn't matter. So it's a darker, denser energy. It'll have more reds, more of the darker energies around it, auras, all right. What you're doing is, the minute you come in a supermarket or next to someone, you are automatically now in that person's energy field because you're close enough to them. You are picking it up. So your brain, you're a receiver. You're reading frequencies and vibrations. Your brain is translating it into words, pictures, sounds, things. This is how you're doing it. Your brain is think of it yourself as an antenna. That information comes into the brain, gets translated, same with the astral. We are translating energy. We are reading energy, frequencies of vibration, and translating it into visual, into sound, into whatever you write. Some people are channeling light language, is what it is. We're reading energy. So when you get close to that person, what you are doing is picking up their energy field. You're in their energy field. This is why and that's why you'll see people's behavior. Go visit your family is a good example. Here's a good example. Practice this and you'll see. You'll behave differently, right? Okay, so what you will see, go and visit family. You'll see automatically after a bit of time, if you haven't built up enough, strong enough aura or put a thing around you, you are influenced by their energy. So sit in their energy and all of a sudden you'll be back to the old person and you are in their field and you are like what you call vibing with them. So what people think is friends, and you're all on the same wavelength. This is what people didn't realize, wavelength you really are. You have now synced your energy and frequency with them. This is like mass consciousness. So now you're all like having the same energy, ideas, feelings. What you've done is, we didn't realize, we've harmonized your energy with theirs. So all you're doing is not retaining your integrity. You're not keeping your energy field up. You have now harmonized, calibrated to their energy. You've taken on, so you basically just, okay, whatever shit they've got in their field, I'm upset. So I'm an empath. I'm feeling, no. So that's what you're doing. You don't realize, because we were doing it automatically to be reading. But what we did was now vibrate. We calibrated, this is the problem, our energy to theirs. Reading it, there's nothing wrong with that, but calibrating to theirs. So when you've calibrated your energy to theirs, you've taken on that person's energy. So you're taking on their sadness, their trauma, their, oh my gosh, that's why people say, oh, I'm an empath, I don't like people, I'm tired. Exactly. What you've got to learn is you've got to learn to control your energy and your field. To be now, but if you understand this, it's easy to do it. If you don't know, you just think, oh, people are, no one can insert anything attached to you, any of that nonsense. There's no assertion. Unless you believe it. If you believe it, well, there we are, because you create your reality. If you believe something can do this to me, well, there we are. You've just given them a ticket, basically, to say, you can do this to me, you can do that. No, actually. Nothing can insert anything. What you're doing is actually, you're in their energy field and you're reading it. So now if you're sitting too long in their energy field, and if it's a very dominant energy, if your field isn't strong enough, and if you haven't put a shield around and you're not practiced, so you've got to say very powerful, you've been doing your affirmations and you've got your frequency and vibration very high and you've maintained it for a while, you will override their frequency. So it's the dominant frequency in the room, the dominant field in the room, which is one which will override everybody else's, basically. And this is why the same thing Bashar tells you. So when the ETs come and visit us now, soonish, when they, a lot of these beings don't need to stay in a physical body. They don't need a physical vessel anymore. They've now risen enough, their frequency of vibration above. So they can choose to be in a physical vessel or not, right? But if they had to come now, a lot of these very high, these beings, most of them aren't using a physical vessel anyway. They don't need it. They've evolved past that. They don't need a physical, but they can take a physical form for us as humans. We won't otherwise, to be able to interact with us. So it will happen in the future. We will have ETs interacting with us, right? Family, whatever. They're part of our family. Source, everyone's part of our family, even the tree. But anyway, the reason why they're not as well is because our frequency and vibration is very low. When you've got a being that is in such a high frequency and vibration, if that being, and Bashar will tell you this, I think one of his channels, I think he channeled this information, if they had to get out now and come stand near you, their frequency and vibration will overpower yours completely. You will just be like this. It's like a vacuum. It's so it's much higher than yours and much stronger. It will override yours completely. You'll just be like, you'll be absorbed into their field. You won't have it. It'll be like your identity will vanish almost. You understand? This is the thing. Your frequency of vibration is way too low. So this is all that's happening, is that when if someone's very angry, you've got a very strong vortex. So they've been practicing anger, this and that for a long time. That person's got a lot of anger and they've been doing it for a long time. They've got a very strong vortex going of a negative, energies. If it's very strong and it's got a strong pull, everybody else in that field is going to be sucked into which they call the dominant field. But when you've practiced this high frequency, like I've been doing this, I've told everyone for 30, 40 days, high frequency, positive thoughts, affirmations, and you've got your You've got a very powerful vortex going in the light, in the positive. So you've got you're holding a lot of light, very high frequency vibration, and you practiced it. And that is why I say, if people say they're empaths and they get tired, no one's sucking your energy. Nothing's doing anything to you. You just don't feel, you just got to claim your control over your energy, really. So your shield, what helps is you put a shield around yourself. So before you go out as well, is put a shield around you. You can put a white light, a strong, and use your intelligence to create it, because you are a creator. You create the strongest sphere, the strongest light, reflects this, do that. But remember, if you're not focusing on it, your focus, how you work is where you focus, as they say, what you focus on is important. So what you look at and pay attention to, all you're doing is putting your antenna that way and now tuning into that station, which is a person, and now you're reading their energy and you're calibrating to it. So that's why they say don't focus on what you don't want. Don't focus on the negative, on the news and all the drama, because what you are doing is, when you're focusing on it, it's putting your energy, your energy is reading it and calibrating to that. So you are picking up negative energies and frequency and vibration in your field. That's all you're doing. So it's like picking up dirt. You see, you've got to see yourself and understand it, and science will prove it. I'm telling you, you can go and test it. You can test it. They put something on someone, I'm sure they have anyway, and they put that can measure these things, and then you go and do what I'm saying, and you'll watch. When they've got the technology to read, because I'm telling you, I know it. I don't know if they developed technology. I sit here and say, I am joy. I am joy. I can feel the frequency and vibration. I am joy. Feel that? Wow, that's high frequency. Once science have they developed a machine that can read all the different frequencies, you will see, I am not joking, you people. Be very careful of what you put your attention on, because all you are doing as a being, your brain is just is a transceiver. It's just filtering. It's a filter, your brain. So you are now looking at that and you're filtering that information into words and whatever it is, right? Receiving its frequencies and vibrations. That's what you're doing, into words and things. So you're translating it, really. Or pictures through your eyes, right? That's why they say do not focus on what you don't want. Don't listen to negative, scary, dark things, horror, this, that, negative drama, gossip, shit, whatever. No. You are putting that. If people, and then, I'm tired, I don't know what's wrong with me. No, clean your field. Keep your field clean. Every time you go off, recalibrate, clear. Recalibrate all your energy back. And I've told people how to do it. You can recalibrate all your energy and frequency and vibration back to that divine. You all have your inner being or your higher self, whatever you want, soul, what you want to call it, is a part of the divine creative source. So you want to name it however you want, doesn't matter what you want to call it. Recalibrate all your energy, frequency and vibration, resonate back to your higher self, your inner being. Done. Then you've deactivated all that shit you're picking up, because every time you're in that person's field, and if you tap in or get involved in their drama and whatever gossip, it's not your words. Words and thoughts have frequencies. So when you say negative things or gossip with them and talk about it, you are activating that frequency in you. So at the end of the day, you've got so much shit in your vibration and this and that, because you've thought about this and gossiped about that and complained about this and watched this. You see, until you've got a strong enough field and you practice not allowing, but what you automatically do, hi Claire, what you automatically do as a being, this is how you translate your pineal gland. It's a frequency vibration. Everything, science will show, everything is frequency vibration. The words, I can feel them. Each word has a different frequency and vibration. So that's what your thoughts are. Your thoughts are, unfortunately, the thing that draws it to you. So same with the astral. People get all these worries and they have these, they don't realize. So they've got negative beliefs and fears, right? And then they go in the astral and they believe in, this thing and that bad thing. Of course, what happens when they go in the astral? They're holding that frequency and vibration. What shows up in the astral? That nasty thing and that ET and because they believe in it and they're thinking about it and they've got it resonant, that belief and fear, they're holding it. So you are an attractor. You are just a radio signal. All the different frequencies and signals you are holding in you is being broadcast out there. So when you go out there, guess what? Whatever you're holding in today, I'm holding in a bit of anger and I spoke about that and I thought about this. That's it. Same with the astral. all those frequencies are being transmitted. So it brings everything else in that same frequency and vibration will come to you. Negative thoughts, somebody holding anger, someone doing this, there we are. This is why people are also drawn to different, like we call them not sheep, but like this collective or movement. If you're all vibrating and having judgment and hate and anger, and your frequency is about the same because you're holding all that same shit, and you go onto the media, what you're going to resonate with? People with the same thing. That's why it's easy to. How do you think they're easy to manipulate people or get these movements or their polarization or things going? That's it. You listen to it and you believe you take on this freaking. You're resonating with each other. And what a lot of people don't do is, depending on what you're holding in you, what you focus on that day, you believe and you think, all your fears and beliefs and nonsense. So you're full of this nonsense. When you go in the astral, same thing. You are broadcasting that. Anything, and what you're going to draw to you is where you are. What frequency and vibration you're holding as a being and all the little bits and nonsense you got in you. You just don't see it. You're not aware of it. So thoughts are very important. That's why the Buddhist practices control the mind, quieten the mind. Why do you think they hum and mantras, anything to teach the mind? Because all that has done is taught the mind to be quiet, not in constant thought. Because you want to be aware of your thoughts, that your mind is not thinking about, which it does, if you've had, and especially as a human, you're all going to. Negative thought patterns and this and drama and that and this and that. Oh, you're coming out of the darkness, all that crap. You see? So this is all an empath is. And this is all you're doing is when you're walking around is it's like you are constantly picking up all these frequencies and vibrations and everybody around you. That's it. So if you build up your vortex, build up a very strong energy field by doing your affirmations every day, doing this, sitting there, the light and increasing it. And then when you go and walk, dominate. But if you lose focus and go off track again, you focus on something negative, you've dropped your frequency and vibration again. And guess what? Then you're going to be infiltrated by everybody else's negative. You're going to feel and take on their energy. It's your own fault because you focused on it or you looked at it or you got scared or upset or whatever. It's us. What you focus on, what you think about, what you talk about, everything is a frequency and vibration. See? There we are. Simple as that. That's all an empath is. It's, yes, to have kindness and compassion, but not to feel. It doesn't help you. People say, oh, being an empath. No, you're doing no one a benefit because when you're tapping into their drama and sadness and feeling their hurt with them, you have just lowered your frequency. You are not in tune with your higher self. You have no power. You cannot help them. You have lowered yourself to them. You haven't picked them up. So all you've done, you're not helping them because now you've dropped into the, oh, I'm a victim, I'm this, I'm sad, whatever. You're not helping them. You're not lifting them up. You cannot heal them either. You see them as the divine aspect of source. You hold that frequency vibration. You see them as no one is. Understand. Same with that. You are not here to help anybody or please anybody. Be a good girl, be a good guy. You'll work out of that one. You are not here to be Miss Goody Two Shoes and try. This is the old way of being, to think we have to please source. You don't have to be a good person and try and play the goody. You don't have to please God or source. You're not here for that. You are here for whatever your soul's purpose, lesson, journey, whatever you've got to learn. That's it. To experience life, to live life, to have fun. Through your own individual perspective. That's it. Everybody has the same guidance system, source, strength, divine being inside them. They do not need your help, your sympathy. They need to wake up to their own empowerment. So you're not here to please anybody. See, you'll get out of that one. That's an old way of being. We were taught to do that. To be good, be nice, I've got to be... You're not here. You're here just to be you. To live, to experience the moment through the physical being. What, your energy doesn't come into a physical body for nothing. There's no point in being in your physical body. It's experiencing life through a physical being. Oh, I can laugh, I can love, I can eat, I can dance, I'm going to have joy, to be happy, to be joy. You're not supposed to be here to suffer and feel sorry for, and I'm an empath, and I'm a victim, and I'm nothing. You cannot help anybody as well when you calibrate to their anger, to their fear, to the drama, to the nonsense, because now you are not in alignment. Your source and God does not take sides here. There's no feeling sorry for me, sympathy. If you want to help them, whatever their problem is, you see them whole, you see them empowered, you see them healed, you hold that vision of them, you send that to them. It's not, oh my gosh, I'm so worried they're not going to, oh, you don't see the negative. You see the divine spark. You send that out, you visualize that, because so you're holding that so they can find their way back to their real self-empowerment, their true being, the light, the power. They're a powerful created being. They just don't bloody know who they are. So they're complaining and moaning and victim and life is this and blah. That's it. They don't know who they are. Visualize that. Send it to them. Do not calibrate and get on the pity party. Don't join their pity party and drop down here, lower your frequency and tap into their pain and suffering. No. You are helping no one. Jesus didn't do that either. He saw who they were. He saw them as their whole healed, and so they couldn't be sick in his presence. You don't tap into their sickness, into their weakness. You tap into their power. You hold that vision of their power so they can find it. Why do you think the awakening is? The more of us raise our frequency vibration, guess what? More and more people start waking up and raising theirs. We are raising the collective. We don't wake them up by, let's join the pity party and anger and drop down there and fighting and moaning. And we did that for centuries. Now we moved into the new millennium. Okay, so an empath, no, it's not a good thing. We got to learn. We don't do that. We don't calibrate we don't synchronize our frequencies to their drama and sadness and grief or whatever they're suffering. Okay, we don't do that. Go and look at my video. Okay, on YouTube. So there we are, people. I'll just give you so really that's what an empath is. Go and watch my video on YouTube. All right, there we are. I uploaded it, okay. There we are. All right, people. So that's a bit of a clarity on what an empath is. Don't know, people. Don't ask me. You've got to listen to your own guidance. You all have an inner being, instinct, intuition, guidance. Depends on how awake you are and how strong it is on your thing. Listen to your divine guidance, your gut instinct. Never go against it. That's when things go wrong. So if you get this voice, I don't think I want to go, I shouldn't get in that car. Yeah, then you think, oh, okay, I just will. No. If you get anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to do it, you're doubting it, you don't do it. End of story. Don't go there, don't stay there, don't do it. End of story. That is your intuition. When you have a negative feeling, think I don't feel like it, maybe I'm doubting, I don't really want to go, I shouldn't be there, I should leave. Don't second guess it, do it. There we are. And it applies to all of you individuals at whatever time. And this is why at the moment your sacral chakra is being reset in people's emotional guidance system is being reset and cleared out. So you're gonna maybe pay more attention to it. Keep you safe in these times as well. Because if emotional guidance, which is your intuition, is off, you're gonna end up probably not on the planet for long. You know what I mean? You need to listen to that. That's your inner being, your soul. It wants to be in the body, but once you're here, it's trying to keep you alive. You see, because it wants to still play human. Or otherwise, you're just going to come back in a new body quickly. You'll come back you'll probably die. Next week, you'll be back as a baby. There we are, whatever. Hey, you're eternal, so don't worry about it. If you cock up, you're eternal. You know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? You die and come back again. There we are. Pretty much. Your soul is not worried about the body. Yes, it's trying to. You came here with a plan to do so much in your life. It wants to do that. It's going to try and keep you alive to complete what you wanted to do. You know what I mean? I don't know, my friend. I'm not talking about New York or anything. All right. Collective consciousness. Understand, every thought that ever existed is in the field. This is what I say. People don't understand. When you tap in, there's so much. There's different frequencies, realms, layers, this, that, in everything, right? In the field, quantum, astral. So Same with that. Every thought, you're tapping in the collective, all the collective fear, and oh my gosh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, whatever's been put into the field. Also understand, George, it's not as simple as you think. There are different timelines, different parallel realities. There's many different versions of Earth. There's different dimensions of Earth. So some of these things that we saw, like a cat could have happened on, there are Earths that didn't survive. There is an Earth that does get destroyed. There's a version of Earth that does get destroyed. So when we see things, depending on the timeline and the dimension, you don't know when. You see, it depends also how far it is. It's probability. You see, sometimes it's different dimensions, timelines, parallel realities. So I'm up here, I've shifted this one, and someone is going to experience on a different version of Earth that's going to get wiped out, or New York gets hit by this. Also, what you realize is people, they often listen and hear. So people don't realize that their frequency, and a lot of people don't understand what they're seeing and interpreting and versions of where they are, and they're tapping into the collective field reading. So when you're reading, sometimes you're going to read things in the collective, you see. A lot of people are being far too influenced by other people. Other people are saying, doing, watching, end of stories. Stop taking any thing from outside. By raising your frequency and vibration, everything is frequency and vibration. There's energy and consciousness. So in the energy, there's frequency and vibration. This is how you get into a dimension, a space. You can't shift into another dimension if you're not in that. And any astral, any words. All words have a frequency and vibration. Thoughts are the same. Because remember, words have a frequency and everything has a frequency and vibration. The rock, me, you. Collectively, everyone has a unique frequency and vibration. That's how Source can tell the difference between anything and everything, all that exists. So thoughts, every thought, the word me has a frequency, help has a frequency. You see? There we are. So when you're tapping in now, depending on the person's frequency who's going to try and do the reading and their bias, so they haven't cleaned up their belief system, is also influenced, can infiltrate. So the best clarity you get is when you get into the quantum, into that trance state, and you and I have no control of it. It's like you're almost like not in your body, kind of. I can't explain it. You are not aware of the body, and things are shown to you. You have no freaking clue. You have no control over. You have no anything, no belief, nothing. It just, there we are. That's a clean filter. Because then, like I'm saying, then you haven't got a belief about any of that stuff. So you're free, you're open, clean filter to receive information that's not, you know what I mean? But when you have a lot of beliefs and this and fears and da-da-da, your beliefs will be validated in the astral. So people want to, when they wake up, want to go play in their past lives. That's what I'm saying. You will be shown, it'll be validated. Because you're allowed to create whatever you want. You are part of Source. You're here to create. You can create whatever shit you want to do. And that's why there's different, as I say, there are different dimensions, there are different realms in the astral. And same with parallel. Think of it as like every single one of you has your own parallel universe, reality. But we have a collective, we have an agreement as Source about what, say, this dimensional collective, the collective will experience as 4D. You see? So, say on the fourth dimension, we've all agreed as Source on that, out of the physical, they've agreed that, yeah, okay, we all keep it, the highest you can go is here, and the lowest they can go is that. And this is what we will experience as a collective. But inside that, you can create whatever life you want for yourself. It's freaking awesome. You have the freedom to create the best life or the worst life you want for yourself. Now, the best, all the good things are on a higher frequency, right? So the higher frequency words, thoughts, everything has frequency and vibration. Please understand that. Think of your brain as a radio antenna, your third eye, and the frequency and vibration, and forget about everything else, and then you can't go wrong. There we are. You are just a radio, antenna, think about it, And all you're doing is perceiving energy and reading it. And you're translating it into thoughts, into words, into visions, however, people do. Like language, da-da-da-da-da. And this is what you're doing to people. When you read people, people think if you're reading in the cash, you're reading them. Their energy field, you're reading everything. It's held in them. You are, and when we're tapping, when we're channeling, we are translating energy. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I love bang. Yeah, I love it too. It's so sweet, isn't it? I love children. They're so innocent. Yes. Okay, so there we are, people. As you rise up, you'll understand. Empath is not a good thing. Do not lower yourself. We do not join the pity party. We do not lower ourselves and let's go and cry together. Let's go and moan together. Let's go and bitch together. Let's go and get angry together. No. Learn to, because you came into master energy, you're going to get it. Learn to have control over your energy field so it doesn't be influenced. So you're not picking up everyone else's and jumping, you're just like, you're like a Finding Nemo. There is a good, here's a good example. I love, these kiddies videos because I had children anyway. So Finding Nemo, there was a movie called Finding Nemo, and there was this fish, Dora, the blue, they're called powder blues. I did a lot of snorkeling. I love snorkeling. I love the ocean, man. So there was a fish called Dora, and this was like what we would say derogatory wise a dumb blonde. We called them a dumb blonde. So say Dora was the fish. It was just, whatever. There we are. That's what you don't want to be one of those. You don't want your frequency and vibration to be influenced by every second person. So your energy is up and down, your thoughts are up and down, and you're in with that one. You want to be an individual. You want to have control over your own thoughts, energy, frequencies, vibrations. And what you don't realize is you're being influenced by everything, because you're not. Because you're just cruising around and lying. You don't realize how it works. All these things are influencing you. Your thoughts. Half people don't realize aren't even theirs. They're tapping into the collective. Half their beliefs they don't realize aren't even theirs. The thoughts they're tapping into either. Because now if you think a negative thing, you're going to get more of those same thoughts because it's frequency. I explained what, when science gets it, they'll see this. Everything's frequency. Same with thoughts, right? So you can take all thoughts, which are just words, and you can put them all at one level. So at this dimension, you've got all these words and thoughts, right? Because they're all at the same frequency, because they have the same sort of frequency. They're all negative, say. So they will be banding at this frequency and then that frequency. That's all it is. So if you get your frequency and you're in charge of it, you're not going to have all these also thoughts. You see? And this is why Dr. Joe Dispenza says you keep thinking. Why do I keep thinking the same thing over and over? Because when you start, the next day you'll think of that. And if you don't stop it and watch your thoughts, tomorrow, and then you're building up a vortex. And then there's the same shit every day you're thinking. There we are. And it takes you 30 or 40 days to break that pattern of thought. So don't let a negative pattern build up too much. Yes, it's uploaded. The lives up. All the lives I do here, I upload to YouTube normally by the next day if I can't do it the same. So this one will be done. This video will be up tomorrow. It's too late now. I have to wait for it to make a video on here and then download it and upload it. Yesterday's one about Miami and whatever it is. What's it called? Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. No, I'm not American. Never been there. So Georgia, Atlanta, or Atlanta, Georgia, if it's back to front, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Those are the words that came to me. Atlanta, Georgia. And what I saw, I've shared. And I'm not going in to discuss it now. It's been done already. Okay, I've shared it. It's not here. I'm not here to please anybody. I don't care what anyone's opinion is or not. You are here to live your life. I'm here to live mine. End of story. I am only sharing what I saw, what comes through to me. What you think of it is not my business. What you do with it is not my business. I share it. Who's meant to see it, who will find it, or whatever, and that's it. I share it. Why? And there we are. Let's see what happens. Who, why, what, I don't know. I do my part, but I'm not here to please anyone, do anything for anyone, and that's not my life. I'm here to be me. I'm here to live for my inner being, for my being, my soul. That's it. You are here to live for yours. Make it a good one. Did I go and watch my video? Okay, thank you. There we are. This is how it works. See, people? So it doesn't matter what you think or don't think about the video. It doesn't matter to me. It's not my problem. It's not my thing. It's not of consequences. We all create our own, I understand it's our own thing. You all have a same inner guidance, same soul, or whatever, same oversoul looking after you. Tap into it. If not, start doing it. Start tapping into it. Start using it. Start listening to it. Then you'll never need to ever ask anybody again. This is what the awakening is all about. So we all wake up, and we won't ever need to ever look outside us for any information ever again. Learn to go within. Everything you need is there. Ask, tap in, listen, and trust it. Don't doubt it. See, I don't doubt mine. There we are. I only share what came through. I have no idea what's going to come through when I do my meditations, because I don't ask any specific thing. And you can watch them on YouTube. They're all different. I have no clue what is going to come. And that's it. It surprises me as much as everybody else. And I share it. So for some reason, I've got, over the last few years, most of them. And I did ask them for a while, which is at one stage just to not do it anymore. So I didn't. Now I don't put any things as a reason why. So I'm not telling the universe, don't do this, do that, whatever. If there's a reason they want to show me something, I let it. I don't dictate now what I want to see, what I don't want to see, and don't show me this and only show me that. Sit there, what do you want to show me? If the highest and greatest good, they know what I'm doing. They know I'm about upliftment. I want to help, guide humanity through the shift. That was my free will, because we have free will. I asked to, and I thanked them to let me help guide, uplift people, and guide people through the shift. And what do I mostly get? Well, as I say, I did say for a while no, but anyway. Most of the time, I get a lot of these things which I see are going to happen on the planet. So I see volcanoes and earthquakes and I've been seeing this for a long time. There we are. I just don't tell people all the time. All right, you don't need anyone's help. You have a divine guidance. Ask. The help of the entire universe is at your disposal, as much as it is mine. If you want help, you are capable, as the creator, you being yourself, of doing anything and any. This is what I share. I'm sharing stuff for you to uplift yourself. So you understand you need nothing. You have the universe. Ask and it is given. With intent, pure intent. If you really want help, ask what you want to be shown, what you want to know, do. And there we are with pure intent. Mean it. Ask for help. Ask for the upliftment. Ask if you want to be part of the ascension. Whatever you want, ask for it. The entire universe, the entire force is here to assist you. There we are. Ask. That's it. Simple. People want to know how to pray. How hard is that, people? There we are. There we are. Ask. Okay. Ask. Your intention is read. So your feelings, your emotions, how you feel, what you really mean. Your words don't matter. They can read your intention. Remember, your soul is in you. It knows exactly what you think in every freaking moment. There's no deception. Your soul knows really what you want. Even if you lie to yourself, your soul knows, your inner being, your higher self knows what you want. You cannot lie and deceive it at all. So if you want help with anything, ask. Start this process by intending to start. Say, please, I want this awakening, whatever else. Ask them to help you. Ask them to raise your consciousness, frequency, vibration. If you want to go, I've told enough people, go watch my videos. If you want to meditate, ask them. Anything you want. Show me how to do this. Help me to do that. Teach me to do this. They will lead you and guide you. But you've got to mean it. You make an effort and keep doing it. Here we are. I'm not talking about that now. All right, lovely people. I'll upload this. This is mainly about the empath, to explain that. So people understand why you feel other people's energy. It's just because we read energy. And we're calibrating to it, to pick it up and other to read their feelings. That's all we're doing. You see, we can pick it up. How do you think readers read you? How people can see your auras, all these things, you see. So we're going to stop doing it. Do not calibrate anymore. Put your shield up. Don't go down. Drop your thing. You cannot help someone if you lower your frequency vibration to theirs. Well, that's, yeah, you got to learn to get out of that one. This is what the video is all about, explaining what it is, okay? You're welcome. I'll upload this to YouTube, okay? And then you won't be affected by other people's energy so much, because you'll understand basically what it is. So you'll understand this is why you can feel it and affects you, and your mood can change when you're around people. It's because we're vibrational, we're picking up, and you're resonating with it. You don't want to resonate with them. You must be aware of your energy field all the time and keep it clean and keep it away. So don't allow that to override yours. But if yours is weak, the stronger one will always override it. And this is why, people, we haven't had friends from the universe walking around here on Earth. Oh, they want to come. People don't understand. They think these ETs can just jump out and come, hello, shake your hand as though like they're another human. They have a frequency that will override yours completely. You'll be standing there like a piece of jello, because your frequency and vibration is too low if theirs is too high. You see, there we are. The reason why they don't need physical bodies a lot of the time, we're going there. So they have to wait for us to get into a certain place and before they can interact with us on a physical level. Because, could you imagine? Look how you get affected by someone else's field. They're just human. Could you imagine how that is in one hell of a powerful energy field, people? They're admitting. You'll be like standing there. And you won't be able to move because it'll override yours completely. There we are. All right, people. Okay, bye.